to Powerful Couple Journey, where we talk about immigration process, especially with the J1 waiver do it yourself here in the United States of America. Welcome to our channel. Welcome to Florida. And this is going to be our weekly session for our live video. I am really dedicated to do this Monday to Friday, hoping that we can really find time aside from working with my 9 to 5 job. And we just did our grocery shopping. I'm so blessed that my husband is really there to help out, and he is so good when it comes to budgeting. So I let him, and he asked me to go with him, and I'm like, oh my gosh, every time we go together, it's like more on really spending than the usual. But we're so thankful that we are able and capable to have our grocery bills. Just a side note, it's very expensive now. Come to think of it, it's only me and William as of this time, and the prices are outrageous. We even went to the aisle where there's like diapers and wipes. I'm like, oh my gosh, honey, this is so expensive. I don't know if we can have our own with all the prices. But you know what, trust the Lord and trust his process, because everything is really within his timeline, and hoping that we could really have this good economy, really hoping that everything will be all right, and starting with our dream to become a legal permanent resident here in the US, working as a J1 teacher. You got married to your US citizen spouse, and then wanting to get that waiver through exceptional hardship. And this is the step by step process that we can have. Remember, we have our J1 Waiver Helping Hands group where we share ideas. And this is an idea I got from one of our J1 teachers who shared their experiences. Today, they just posted, I'm not going to say if it's a she or a he, because everything there is confidential, and I do really take credit on that one because I'm the admin. Just agree to group rules and I will accept you immediately. Invite your friends. Hello, thank you so much for watching that YouTube channel. Yes, shout out to you. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate you stopping by in our small YouTube channel, Powerful Couple Journey. For those who are watching, hi, we have 16 viewers right now and counting. Thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate your time and attention. And for the likes, the hearts, the emojis, I appreciate you so much. Thank you for being here. Yes, one more like. I am so thankful. And this is our live video, really dedicated to do this for you. Thank you for the hearts. I really appreciate you. Bined Yarb, hi. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the emojis. Anderson Hernandez, well, if you think that way, I hope you are that way. You say what you are, okay? Well, thank you so much for the likes and the hearts. I really appreciate you, and shout out to you, my friends. Thank you. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate your time and attention. And we are so thankful that YouTube platform is here to give us the attention, to give us the updates, especially with our um, dedication to really give ideas to our J1 teacher friends. And that YouTube channel, aw, thank you so much. And you are, um, may I see that one? Yes. Yes, very positive mindset. Yes, definitely. We need to do that, Benedyar, because a lot of people here in YouTube, they just speak whatever they have on their mind. And we just do the reverse psychology. That way, we can really tell them whatever they think of themselves, that will really reflect on what they are, right? So just smile, and you know what? Brush that off, and even in the song, just shake it off. That YouTube channel, yes. Thank you for saying hi. I really appreciate you coming here. I really, really appreciate you for being here. Now, I know I have some avid YouTube subscribers that are really wanting to learn about the J1 waiver process. And granting that you are married to your U.S. citizen spouse, make sure you file for your forms in the Department of State and with the USCIS. Now, immigration is booming right now, but we are not making money here. We're just wanting to share ideas to you, especially for those that are aspiring to become a legal permanent resident here in the US and soon will become a US citizen and there will become a good contribution to the country. Now, granting you are married on your fifth year, then you can submit all the forms. But if you are married on your fourth year, make sure that you just submit that are really timed, are having a timeline on your own, um, let's just say, years. Like, for example, if you are in your third year or fourth year, don't file everything, okay? But if you are in your fifth year and you do really need to work, then file everything. What do I mean by everything? I did it here. These are the forms that you have to file. So look at how many they are, right? So we're gonna explain one by one what these are. These are DS 3035. DS stands for Department of State. 3035 is a form that you have to submit. This is a waiver to the Department of State. You can go to travel.state.gov. That way you know where to file this one. The instructions are there. Form I-612 is the form submitted to the USCIS. I'm a school teacher, so I know how to do this. So I'm just really sharing my ideas to you. Make a screenshot if you want. If you wanted to make a list, then go for it. Look how many they are, right? The Form I-612 and DS-35 go hand in hand. You have to make sure that you submit this to the Department of State. This is worth $120. The Form I-612 is worth $1,100 for the forms, and that doesn't include the psychological evaluation. That doesn't include any of the expenses you have to pay for the mailing fees. You have to do that one. And if you wanted to know more about the information, we have powerfulcouplejourney.com where I have all the information right here. This is where the templates are. You can visit, just look around. That way, if you this will be very helpful to you, then go for it. If not, then just at least you saw something that we have templates that we can share. Some of them are free and some of them has some monetary amount. Just take a look. It's just like shopping online, right? If you want it, go ahead. If not, that's okay. Now, let's go back to the forms. These two are the waiver. Why do we need a waiver? Especially if you got your visa stamp from the Philippines, the S2019 will say you are subject to the 212E rule because of your skills list. And that is the reality, especially if you are a J1 teacher from our home country, the Philippines. I know there are already a checklist new, so just take a look at that one through the uscis.gov. Everything is in there. Just Google everything, okay? The Form I-130 is submitted once you are on your fifth year and you do really need to be on status. This will preserve your status, especially that this is a petition for alien relative, which is the immediate alien relative. You are the spouse of the U.S. citizen. Once you're married to your U.S. citizen spouse, that is a way for you to stay legally while your visa is already invalid because it's expired and your DS 2019 got expired as well. So this will preserve your status here. That's why it's better to time your submission. Do not submit everything because we have a J1 teacher who submitted everything. Then after the biometrics, she got the form I-765, which is the work permit, but she is still in status with her visa sponsor. So it's kind of like useless if she's still going to be paying for her visa sponsor and then she has to form I-765. And you know what will happen? She will get an interview soon with Form I-485 and Form I-130 because it has to be together. It might be that she will get approved with the Form I-130 but got denied with the Form I-485. What does that imply? If you are denied with your Form I-485, which is adjustment of status, which is the green card application, you'll also be denied for your Form I-765. Or if you also file for your Form I-131, which is the travel document, this is not really necessary, especially that you don't want to go home to your home country or visit your home country while filing your waiver. Why? Because it doesn't make sense that you file for a waiver for a hardship and then you spend thousands of dollars for a plane ticket to go back to your home country, right? So if you are so dedicated to have your forms submitted with exceptional hardship, remember there's no turning back. 2 years, almost 2 years or 20 months, put that one in mind, you will have to stay here in the US with your spouse and fight for your waiver. Okay? So the Form I-130, you have to pay, I believe this is $765. And just take a look at the schedule fee with the USCIS.gov. That way you know how much would it be. The Form I-130A is just a support where, as a supporting document that states you are the spouse of the US citizen, and these are free forms anyway. So you have to make sure you print it and then put your signature. Your Form I-864 is the affidavit of support that says your US citizen spouse can support you while you are staying here in the US and he or she is not below the poverty line, which is, I believe, $25,000. So there is a specific PDF for you to read about that one. So please make sure you read the instructions and you see the most recent form that they have on their website, uscis.gov. So with all these, once you are ready for your adjustment of status, I'm not an immigration lawyer. This is not a legal advice. I'm just giving you an idea based on our DIY process, which we have the information in POWELLFULCOUPLEJOURNEY.com. We have all the templates there. Explore. And I highly recommend the checklist. This is the guide that is coming from the lawyer that we have, and we have compiled it and we are going to share it to you. We didn't spend a dime. I mean, we didn't spend like hiring a lawyer, but we did it a consultation. So if you want to spare with consultation, do the checklist. That's the one that they're going to explain anyway. Now, let's go with the Form I-485. The Form I-485 is crucial. We could really tell that you can file for a Form I-485 if you're almost end of your visa DS 2019 extension, if you are in your 5th year, and especially if you have already a case on hold with your Form I-612 and DS 3035, because the DS 3035 will give you a favorable recommendation once you have all the evidences correctly. The Form I-612, what you're waiting for this is the approval notice from the USCIS that says you're approved to get your waiver. And this waiver is important for the Form I-485 adjustment of status. You cannot adjust your status not unless you have a waiver, especially if you are a J1 teacher with 212E rule 2-year home residency requirement. I know we have some J1 teachers that would say, hi, that YouTube channel, you're back. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you. So the Form I-485, we're talking about immigration here in the US, is an adjustment of status. You cannot proceed without your waiver, but some were able to go back and have their waiver or have their adjustment of status. They got it, but they will have a problem soon with what? With their US citizenship. So you have to make sure you follow the process. The immigration is really a tedious process or a tedious job for you to submit. But if you know the step-by-step process, and if you know someone that could really guide you and give you ideas, then ask for their help. Okay, I have some J1 teacher friends who message me from time to time about ideas about how to do this. What's your experiences? Can you please give us encouragement? So that's what I'm doing here, because this is my way of giving back. Okay, now the Form I-693 is the medical record. It is now based in the USCIS that they're not going to grant your Form I-45 without the Form I-693, the medical record. This will be valid until we have this one, the Form I-485. Once you don't have the Form I-612, guess what? The Form I-485 will be denied immediately. So make sure you have this. The Form I-693, it will take weeks before you can have this submitted together with your Form I-485. So make sure you have your dates and time properly. So take at least 3 weeks for this to process, okay? Because you need to have your recommended surgeon from the USCIS, and they're going to do the zip code for you. And they have a phone number that is in their website to call based on their recommended surgeon on your zip code. Then your Form I-765. This is the exciting part because it's a work permit. Like, for example, on your 5th year, you are no longer extended, or because it's in your 5th year and you wanted to work. We wanted to work, okay? So this will be your chance for the work permit. And the reason why the US CIS that are giving the forms I-765 work permit, because they recognize that we would like to work and help our spouse or help our family. So they are giving this for the meantime that the Form I-485 is pending for approval. So make sure that once you have your biometrics with your Form I-765, expect that they're going to have to take a look at your Form I-485 and your Form I-130. So take a minute, let's just say 13 months. That's the process for these two. So make sure you are doing the right timing. Now, how about the Form I-131? This is a travel document. It's not really necessary, but it's really up to you if you wanted to submit this. Before, it's concurrent filing with the Form I-765 and it's free. But now, this is a separate payment. Not unless you have like some forms that you will submit together, this might be free. But I don't really recommend this. You can just get a standalone card, which is the work permit. And that's already enough for you to work, okay? Now, well, what is the advisory opinion? How about this one? The advisory opinion is to the Department of State, and that is only their giving you the clarity if you are really subject or not subject to the 212E rule to your home residency requirement. But if you have a visa stamp already that you are subject to the 212E rule, with your DS 2019, the very first DS 2019 you have, then you are really subject. But in my case, I did submit the advisory opinion because this is free anyway. All I have to do is to spend money to send to the Department of State Waiver Review Division, and they're looking at my files. And then after I think 3 months, they submitted the paper to me, but now it's email already, and they said you are subject to the 212E rule to your home residency requirement, and you need to go back home or get a waiver. That's why I did my waiver. Now, if you want to get a screenshot of these are the forms. And please remember, we have POWELLFUL COUPLE JOURNEY.com, where we have all of our templates, all of our um, information from statement of reason, from our letters from friends and family that we have compiled, the psychological evaluation, the doctor's note that really helps us, and everything that you can think of, even the affidavit or statement of your US citizen spouse that you can use. That way, they can tailor their ideas as well based on the uniqueness of your case. Again, powerfulcouplejourney.com. That way you can have ideas, and please share it to your J1 teacher friends that you know of, knowing that we are here to really help and support and give you ideas. The checklist with powerfulcouplejourney.com will help you navigate with your J1 waiver journey with all the forms that we have here. These are very important. Take a screenshot if you want. And please don't hesitate to message me through our Facebook Messenger, Emmary T. Powell, because I'm really answering questions from time to time, giving you ideas as well on how to do this one from a Filipina who was able to get the J1 waiver through do-it-yourself process, now helping other J1 teachers through J1 Waiver Helping Hands group. Please agree to group rules and I will accept you immediately in Facebook. This is our Facebook group that we are sharing to you. That way you can be guided or given ideas on how to do it on your own. Remember, if you do it on your own, you'll only spend $3,000 for everything. But if you hire a lawyer, you will spend $5,000 on top of the $3,000. Even some are spending $20,000, including the fees. So it's really up to you to decide. We are here to help, we are here to give ideas, and we have a lot of J1 teacher friends that you can connect with our website and our Facebook group, J1 Waiver Helping Hands group. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to be posting our long form video hopefully tomorrow, Saturday, or the following day. It really depends, as long as I am really thankful that you are here. You're supporting this channel, Powerful Couple Journey, by giving your likes, your share, and subscribing. And you're clicking the notification bell as well. That way you will be notified for our next upcoming live video and long form video. Thank you so much. God bless and have a great day. See you in my next video.